Spencer, now listen, there's a letter. It's on the desk, and it's got to be at Harrison's before 5 o'clock. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And I think that, oh, yeah, there is one thing that you ought to know about. Mrs. Saxon is not going to be staying at the residence any longer.
For how long, sir?
Permanently, it seems. But that's going to cause a bit of a problem. Since you wanted to take some time off next week while we're gone, you're going to have to find a caretaker or someone to look after the house.
Well, don't worry about a thing, Mr. Whitney. I will take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, Spencer. I'm sure you will. Well, listen, there's no point in you hanging around here. Why don't you go home to the house and make sure that everything's taken care of there?
Yes, sir. Well, goodbye. Goodbye, Mrs. Whitney. I hope you have a wonderful trip.
Thank you, Spencer. Raven. Spencer is leaving.
Bye, Spencer.
Say, baby, you're a million miles away. It's like you're in Switzerland already. What's up?
Something on my mind.
Oh. Still brooding about Geraldine, huh? Well, look, I know that she was a wonderful woman and a good companion for you and everything like that, but, frankly, in my opinion, she seems to have been spending a lot of time meddling lately, and it's all for the best.
I'm not really thinking about Geraldine. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about Bobbie's shoe. Why was it in the car?
I thought that we agreed that
I just think that I should have called the police because it seems like it's very important.
Raven, if you had called the police, we would have been delayed. And we wouldn't have been delayed by a couple of hours. We would have been delayed days or maybe weeks. Do you want that?
No.
No, neither do I. Now, please forget about Bobbie's shoe. I have. Let's go.
She died. She wanted to help Gavin. I dreamed I was talking to her. I was trying to interrogate her, Calvin. Trying to make her tell me where she went when she left the Whitney house.
She might have gone anywhere, Damian, including Hoffman's antique jewelry store.
I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop seeing Bobbie and Sky Whitney in those woods. God help me, Calvin. I think Whitney killed her.
A blood-stained shirt.
What?
There's blood all over the front of his shirt, just like Gunther.
Yeah, Detective Stoner.
Calvin, this is Damian.
Hey, buddy, how you feeling?
I'm a little shaky, but I feel a lot better, thanks.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. You need anything?
Actually, I do. I'd like you to explain something that you told me yesterday. Something about a blood-stained shirt.
You must have really been out of it. And all that time, I thought I was getting through to you.
Well, actually, I was so feverish, I really couldn't understand what you were talking about. But I remember you said something about Gavin's old studio.
Right. Gavin and Jody and I went over to his old studio to sort of reenact Gunther's shooting.
Yeah, I remember that much.
Well, now, there's this guy, Jim Dietrichson, who's running the acting school there now, so he decided he would play the part of Gunther.
What happened?
Well, he and Gavin got to the point when they were actually acting out the struggle over the gun, you know. They were using a cap pistol, of course, but the gun goes off. Bang. Dietrichson falls to the floor. Gavin turns him over, and the entire front of his shirt is covered in blood. It was fake, of course, but it looked absolutely authentic, man.
And Jim Dietrichson doesn't fool around, does he?
Yeah, he did everything but stop breathing.
Look, Fake gun, fake bullets, fake blood. How does it all tie in?
Look, my friend, I think right now you're really not in the kind of shape where you ought to be thinking about much of anything, so why don't you just knock it off and get some rest?
Yeah, sure, Calvin, sure.
Now, don't just say sure, Calvin, sure. I mean, really do it. You know, I just left the chief's office, and he gave me hell for being late, but that's nothing by comparison to what you're gonna get for taking such lousy care of yourself.
Okay, Calvin, okay, but I'm just not gonna be able to rest until I solve this riddle.
Would you care for
is falsehood, and that the reality in front of her eyes is not real at all. If she were to see the edge of a cliff right in front of her, and then deny that it was there, would she just walk off the cliff? That's what frightens me, Nancy.
Mrs. Whitney, would you care for a drink before luncheon is served? Yeah, white wine, please.
I'd like a Scotch in the rocks.
Certainly.
It's the same shoe that I saw on her foot when she left.
Thank you very much. Now, Raven, I am sick to death about hearing of Bobbie Gerard and Bobbie Gerard's shoes. Now, what do you think? The girl went on hobbling around barefoot?
It doesn't explain.
I happen to know, I'm certain of the fact that the shoe wasn't hers. I know it for a fact.
How do you know that?
Look, I wasn't going to tell you this because, well, I promised Spencer I'd keep it confidential, but I spoke to him. He had a girl in the car, in the limo. I guess he was trying to impress her. You know, one thing led to another. She ended up going home barefoot. Don't ask me why.
You're kidding. That doesn't sound like Spencer.
Well, you never can tell about certain people. Now, that's it. All right, it's over. It's done with you. Now, forget about it.
All right. But it still looked like Bobbie Gerard's shoe.